Social Security calls widow benefits or widower benefits survivor benefits. So let's talk about my husband has passed away. And let's say he dies at 57. And we'll say I'm also 57. I can't get a benefit now. Widow benefits start at 60. It could start at 50 if you're a disabled widow, but most people it's going to start at 60. So I have to wait a couple years till I'm 60. Now I'm 60. Can I and should I draw a Social Security widow benefit? Well, you can because you're 60. How long did that marriage have to last for me to be eligible? Because we were only married a couple years. The marriage only had to have lasted 9 months. And you're like, but I heard about the 10-year rule. That is in the case of divorce. So let's say my ex-spouse died and we were married 10 years and he dies. Then I could draw as a widow. Again, my benefits won't start till 60. So I'm 60. In either scenario, I have the choice to file for my Social Security widow benefits. So I want that money. That extra money would help. You can't work full time. So you're going to look at that amount of money. Can you live on that amount of money and a part-time job and all your other sources of income? So maybe you have a pension. Maybe you have investments. A lot of people don't. They only have their Social Security. So if you only have your Social Security, you can have a part-time job, but that is limited by Social Security. The most you can make in 2025 is $23,400 gross income for the year. That's your part-time job. Don't make more than that. If you make more than that, that's when they start reducing your Social Security. So if your job is $34,000, you went $10,000 over the limit. For every $2 you go over the limit, they reduce your Social Security by $1. So you went over $10,000, they're going to reduce your Social Security by half of that, by $5,000. So you want to mind that limit. Again, the 2025 limit is $23,400. It goes up every year. So a lot of people say, well, I know the limit is $19,600. That's like from years ago, right? Get my Social Security cheat sheet. It's on my website, MedicareFamily.com. Top of the page, there's a little tab that says resources. Click there. That's where you can get my updated Social Security and Medicare cheat sheet for every year. It's free. Put in your email. It'll immediately go to your email. If you don't see it in your email, check your spam. If you don't see it in your spam, your email server has a firewall and it can never go through to you. So you're going to have a friend or a family member download it. But when you look at that, that'll answer a lot of your questions about widow benefits, because I said widow benefits start as early as 60. But if I take any Social Security benefit earlier than my full retirement age, I'm going to take a reduced amount. So if I draw at 60 and I'm working my part-time job and I'm not making much over that limit, that $23,400, I'm golden. I can do both. But I'm locking in a permanently lower benefit as a widow. I get about 71% if I draw at 60. 71% of what? So my husband died, we said, at 57. He wasn't drawing Social Security. So my 71% is what he would have been able to draw had he lived till his full retirement age. So whatever the amount that was, so let's say that was $2,000. Even though he never drew it, that's what he would have been eligible for. My amount as a widow is reduced because I drew it early. So I'm only going to get about 70% of that amount that he would have been eligible for. And you're like, how do I access this? Where do I go online to see this amount and to make this financial determination if I want to do it? What dollar are we talking about? You can't access this online. This is his information. So you need to make an in-person appointment with the Social Security Administration, because they went to all in person. So you make your appointment, you wait your month, and then don't go to that appointment without having done your research. Well, watching this video is a good start. And taking proper documentation. You got to prove you were married. We need a copy of the marriage license. If you were divorced and you're drawing on your deceased ex-spouse, we need a copy of the divorce decree. You don't need to take a death certificate. They get that information from the funeral home. So you need marriage and divorce. And take your banking information if you want to set it up. That's convenient at that time. So you will go in person with that information. You will say, I'm interested in applying for my widow benefit, which then they're going to call a survivor benefit, at 60. but I want to look at that amount. And they might say, oh, you're not eligible. You're not eligible at 60. You have to wait till. It's just wrong information. You're likely to get wrong information. That's why I said do your research, because widow benefits start at 60. Now, they're going to ask you how much money you expect to earn this year. And if you say, oh, I'm still working and I'm going to make about $60,000, they might just say, oh, you're not eligible for widow benefits. Oh, you are eligible. It's just that you're going to make too much money. And if they would have taken the time to explain that to you, then you might have said, well, I'll drop down to part-time, right? So sometimes they say you're not eligible, but they don't tell you why. So go in armed with your research. And if they tell you something that doesn't seem to match up with what you've researched, ask them to cite their manual, basically make them confirm it with themselves. And if they don't want to, ask for a supervisor. Don't waste your time, because you already had to wait a month to get your walk-in appointment, right? So when you're there, don't let them just shoo you out the door. Widow benefits start as early as age 60, but it's a permanently reduced amount. Now, if I want to wait, every year I wait, every day I wait, I would get a higher amount. So I want to get the maximum amount. What's the most I can get? Because I have longevity in my family. Everybody lives to 90, and I'm going to need this money. Wait till your full retirement age, and you can get 100% as a widow. And you can be drawing your other Social Security, your spousal benefit or your own retirement. You can be over there getting that benefit, but you haven't filed to switch over to a widow benefit until your full retirement age. Now, here's where my Social Security cheat sheet comes into play. Your retirement, full retirement age might be longer than your widow full retirement age. They give widows a little bit of benefit, so it's a little bit shorter. So look at the cheat sheet, and when you look at the cheat sheet where it says full retirement age, the first column says survivor benefits, widow benefits. The second one says regular retirement. So regular retirement is going to be longer. So the good news is, for a widow, you could get your full widow benefits 100%, a little bit earlier than your full retirement age. That's going to level out in a couple of years and be the same. But for right now, that's good news. So now let's back up again. My husband died at 57. I want to wait till my full retirement age, so it's going to be like 66, to get 100% as a widow. 100% of what? I said it's 100% of what he was eligible to get had he lived till his full retirement age. So in my scenario, he died at 57. Let me give you a new scenario. My husband died at 75. He was drawing Social Security. He had delayed his Social Security. So if you delay past your full retirement age, you get those delayed retirement credits, an extra 8% a year. So he maxed out his Social Security. He got 124%. He got more because he delayed it. Can I partake? Can I benefit as a widow? Yes, you can. That is the good news. So whatever he was drawing at his time of death, he was drawing a lot because he delayed. At his time of death, I can get 100% of that. Again, as long as I wait till my full retirement age for my widow benefit. So I can benefit if he took it later. Let's say a new scenario. My husband took his Social Security at 62. He took a reduction in his own retirement because he didn't want to work anymore. He hated his job. You know the rigmarole. So he took it early, even though he gave up 30% every month. His check was 30% lower. He took a permanent reduction. And then he died at 70. Do I get less as a widow because he took his early? Yeah. So with the widow benefit, if he takes it early and he gets less, I'm going to get a percentage of that. If he takes it late and he gets more, I get a percentage of that. That's not the same as spousal benefits. Watch my videos on Social Security spousal benefits. Very different. For a widow, you can draw what he was drawing at time of death. And you should know that if you're married. You should know what he was getting. Then you go to my Social Security cheat sheet and you look at your full retirement age for widow benefits. And you're like, I don't really want to wait till 66. Okay. It'll show you what percentage you get if you took it at 65 or 64 or 63 or 62. Just know whenever you decide to switch over to the widow benefit, You're going to be locking that amount in permanently for the rest of your life. That's what you'll be getting. And another bad piece of this for widows is a lot of widows think, okay, I'm going to get something as a widow, but I'm also going to continue to get my own Social Security. No. With Social Security, you might be eligible for many different types of benefits, but you'll always only draw one at a time. So that comes as a shock for a lot of widows because they were living on two incomes and he passed away and they still have those expenses and now they have to go down to one income. So you won't draw your own Social Security. If you want to switch over to a widow benefit, you would only draw as a widow. Now, if you've recently become widowed, people hear about a burial benefit. And a burial benefit is very underwhelming, but Social Security does pay $255 to bury you. So if my husband recently passed away and I'm drawing a spousal Social Security benefit off of his work record, the Social Security Administration sees that I'm his widow now, they will automatically pay me out the $255 death benefit. It's not going to go to a kid. It'd be a rare instance where it would go to a disabled child or something. It's going to go to the surviving spouse that's living with you. It's only $255. But people think I'm going to get a big lump sum death benefit to bury my husband, and they think it's going to be, enough to bury your husband. In Canada, it's like $2,000. But no, in the States, it's only going to be $255. Now, widow benefits, if you're much younger when your spouse passes away, they don't just switch you to widow benefits. You have to choose. Remember, because I said if you take it at 60, you only get about 70%, versus if you wait till your full retirement age, you can get 100%. So there's a lot of swing in there. So it's up to you. They don't just switch you. So I'm drawing a spousal benefit. They can see that. My spouse dies. They don't just switch me to a spousal benefit. It's my choice. I could choose to draw at 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. I could choose to draw at any time. If I'm already at my full retirement age for widow benefits when my spouse dies and I'm drawing a spousal Social Security benefit, they automatically switch me because there's no benefit to me waiting past that. I won't get more. And I'm going to draw more as a widow than I would have a spouse on my spousal benefit. So they're going to just automatically switch me. So that's nice. Whenever they do something automatic and you don't have to go through all the paperwork and the appointments, that's beautiful. But that only happens if your spouse dies and you're drawing a spousal benefit. If you're drawing your own Social Security retirement, you're drawing off your own work record, and your spouse dies and you're at your full retirement age, they don't switch you because they need a copy of the marriage license or the divorce decree if it's your ex-spouse. So they need the paperwork. So if you're drawing a spousal benefit off your spouse's work record, your spouse passes away, you're at your full retirement age for widow benefits, they just automatically do it. They automatically pay you the death benefit, and it should be seamless. If you have more questions about widow benefits, I would refer you to the Social Security website. Our company, the Medicare Family, we help people with Medicare insurance. I do a lot of training videos on these topics because they dovetail with Medicare, but if you call our office or you book an appointment on our website, themedicarefamily.com. We can only help you with Medicare insurance, drug insurance, cancer, hospital indemnity, dental vision, those type of things. If you have questions about Social Security, which I know you will have to deal with the government. Call the Social Security Administration. Hope you learned something today. If you did, please do me a favor and hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you might really like this video. Check it out. And we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a great video. We put out one every week. Check in the description below this video for a link to our cheat sheet on Social Security and Medicare. And you can also give us a comment. If you have a specific question, always feel free to call us or email us at the Medicare Family.